Grabs are an attempt by one person to gain control of another. The techniques we use to release from grabs help you remove yourself from the control of another person in a way that minimizes injury to you as well as the person trying to control you. As with all personal safety skills, we will begin from the supportive stance. Remember, you and your co-trainer must demonstrate all parts of the technique first so that participants can see the technique before they attempt to do the technique. Brad will now demonstrate by slowly and gently grabbing one of Kelly's wrists. At this point, I will ask the class, what do you think is the weakest part of this grab? After they give suggestions, I will let them know that the thumb is the weakest part of the grab. 4 fingers have more strength than a single thumb. In PMDB, we refer to this as the rule of thumb. This technique takes advantage of the relative weakness of the thumb in order to release from the grab by rolling toward and over the thumb, as Kelly will now demonstrate slowly. Notice as Kelly rolls her hand and wrist toward and over Brad's thumb, her arm is being released from the grab. For most single wrist grabs, this maneuver alone is sufficient to release from the grab, and then turn and go. Remember to have the class repeat the steps of turning and going, since removing yourself from the situation is the part of all personal safety techniques that is most certain to protect you from injury. Some participants have a harder time using just the rolling maneuver to release from a grab. Notice that with her arm extended, Kelly is turning her whole arm in order to put her weight behind the maneuver. Since our techniques are weight-based, not strength-based, it is important to apply additional weight when needed. In this technique, we apply the weight of our core by bringing our core to the arm that is being grabbed. Notice how anchoring her elbow to her core allows Kelly to apply more weight, maintain more stability in her arm, and use less energy to roll over the thumb to release from the grab. It helps to also demonstrate how this works if Brad grabs Kelly's same wrist but with the other hand. Since the thumb is still the weakest part of the grab, Kelly will turn toward the thumb in this direction, turn and go. Notice also that once Kelly's arm is released, she pulls it toward her core as she turns to exit. This helps to prevent the arm from being grabbed again, and it also minimizes the chance that she will accidentally swing her arm out or hit someone else near her. When you are training this technique in class, remember to give the participants the following instructions. All movements should be slow and smooth, with special attention paid to pulling your arm in close to your body once it is released. Grabs should be light, not tight, so as not to bruise the arm of your training partner. All techniques start from the supportive stance, and all participants must demonstrate turning and going, since this is the key of all of our techniques. Some common errors that participants make that you will need to correct in the classroom include the tendency of the person releasing from the grab to either pull the grabber in toward them or lean in toward the grabber when engaging the core. Remind students that this should be avoided because while being grabbed, we also must keep vulnerable parts of our body as far out of striking range as possible. While engaging the core, we must avoid pulling the person toward us by maintaining an upright body position, putting more weight on the back foot. This allows us to keep our head and neck further from the person grabbing us. In summary, to release from a single wrist grab, you use the rule of thumb by rolling toward the thumb, which is the weakest link. If additional weight or stability is needed in order to roll toward the thumb, you can engage your core by anchoring your elbow in close to your body. As with all personal safety skills, the key is to turn and exit towards safety as soon as you are free from the grab.